Welcome back, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to prepare for a heavy metal detox. So, what exactly is a heavy metal detox and how does it work? Now, the mechanism, so detoxification is the ability to remove drugs, mutagens, and other harmful agents from the body. Some dietary supplements and foods can help remove heavy metals from your body by binding to them. And then once mobilized from your tissues, these metals circulate to your kidneys and liver for excretion. So basically, it's taking them out of whatever tissues they're in and then getting them out to a detoxification organ and eliminated through one of those elimination pathways. Now, so what are heavy metal chelators? So chelating agents are usually used in the form of supplements to help with the removal of heavy metals and other toxins from the body. They interact with metal ions to create stable water-soluble complexes. They have a ring-like center that forms at least two bonds with the metal ion, allowing it to be excreted. Typically, you're going to see things like sulfur, nitrogen, and or hydrogen atoms on the chelating molecule give an electron to metals. Because there is more than one bond, the chelator can grip to these metals like a plier. So if someone has a reason to believe that they have had excessive exposure to heavy metals, they should seek medical testing for heavy metal poisoning by speaking with their doctor or integrative practitioner or naturopath. Now, testing is widely available. We talked about this in the previous video. And even if you choose not to be tested for toxicity, many of the diet and lifestyle changes that we're going to talk about will still be beneficial for immune system function, gut health, liver function, and more to support the release of heavy metals from the body. And again, just to cover it, here are some of the tests that we talked about in the last section. Again, I'll put a link to all these tests, so if you want to order them, you can. Now, how are these toxins removed from the body? Like we mentioned, it's through chelation. Now, chelation therapy is a medical procedure, although it can be performed at home, that involves the administration of a chelating agent to remove heavy metals from the body by binding two molecules and allowing them to be dissolved and excreted in urine. Chelation is central to natural detoxification of heavy metals because it works with glutathione and other small molecules to promote excretion. It is recommended that it be performed by a doctor since serious side effects are possible. We touched on that in the last video. As such, removal of essential minerals and cognitive impairment can occur. And because of this, we're not covering chelation therapy in this course. So I know you probably know that already, but we're not talking about chelation therapy in this course. So we will be focusing on other ways to rid the body of heavy metals. Making dietary changes, using herbs and supplements that are going to make a difference. And it starts with the drainage funnel, which you may or may not have seen before. And are those elimination pathways open? Now you'll see in this picture on the right on the bottom, we have the colon, we have the lungs, we have the kidneys, and we have the skin. These are our primary elimination organs. So if any of these are backed up, it's going to be an issue. So the goal is to make lifestyle changes that are going to open and support these drainage and elimination pathways. And these are done through four main mechanisms in the body. We have urine, we have sweat, we have pooping, and we have breath. Those are the four ways that we eliminate toxins from the body. So the primary goal of a heavy metal detox is to remove accumulated heavy metals from your brain and nervous system, fat tissue, and other areas of the body. The kidneys, liver, heart, lymphatic system, and respiratory systems will also benefit because you're actually mobilizing these, breaking these down, and eliminating them efficiently. Now, before getting started on any heavy metal herbal regimen, it's important to know that women who are nursing or pregnant should wait until they are done with this before going forward. I would not recommend this if you are nursing or pregnant. The lifestyle and dietary changes are great, but I would not recommend the herbal protocols. I would also not recommend this if you are not pooping at least one time a day, sweating at least 3 to 5 times a week, drinking clean water. You must do these first. These are not negotiable, and we will talk about if constipation is present, what are some things we could do about it. because if you cannot get rid of these toxins via the elimination or drainage pathways, they're essentially going to recycle and you're going to have to do the process again. So it's time to get started. So this is what I recommend for anyone looking to detoxify from heavy metals. These are the fundamentals. First is going to be optimizing gut function, and that's going to start by eliminating common allergenic foods, especially if you're sensitive to them. You might want to consider consuming probiotic-rich foods, a couple months before starting. Some of the most common offenders are going to be dairy, gluten, corn, eggs, peanuts, processed sugars, shellfish, etc. I would take it a step further. If you can consume also only organic, that would go a really long way as well. You definitely want to optimize your nutritional status for detoxification. Use things like healthy fats, use amino acids, minerals, particularly zinc, iodine, and selenium, ideally from whole foods. And I will share some of my favorite, food blends for that are from regenerative soils, that are organic. So you're getting the highest caliber nutrition you can. You want to enhance your liver's detoxification pathways. You want to consider folate-rich foods. Beans, leafy greens, mangoes, fresh fruit, nuts and seeds, all are going to be fantastic choices to do this. You might want to consider foods that are rich in things like B12, B6, and sulfur-containing foods like broccoli, collard greens, radishes, garlic, and onions. These are all going to help enhance those liver detoxification pathways. You definitely want to be sweating. So exercise and movement is non-negotiable on this program. You have to be sweating regularly, and you need to break a sweat at least 3 to 5 times a week. The only way to get rid of these metals is by moving. You have to move. A sauna is great. If you're perhaps wheelchair bound or unable to move, then sure, a sauna can be helpful. And it can be a tool even if you can, but you need to rely on movement with you can, because it's just going to be a more efficient way to go about it. You want to make sure you're replacing what you can with adequate electrolyte and minerals intake. So again, I'll recommend some of my favorite food ways to kind of get that done in future videos. And you want to optimize elimination routes for metals, including urine, stool, and sweat. So fluids, water-rich foods like raw fruits and vegetables, fiber, magnesium-rich foods, chia seeds, flax seeds, chlorella. All of these are going to be fantastic sources, fantastic ways to kind of get started. So these are the 5 pillars we're going to be basing this on. What are some of the benefits that you can experience? Well, reduce free radical damage and oxidative stress. So you're going to have more energy. You're going to have enhanced immune system function and gut health, better digestive function, improvements in mental performance, improved skin health, and then better protection from diseases that are cognitive in nature or autoimmune in nature. So now that we have the basics down, let's move on to what to eat, what to avoid, and I'll see you in the next video.